I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago.
Anya Taylor-Joy is known for her ability to portray complex and multifaceted characters. She often chooses projects with dark, mysterious, or historical atmospheres. Her unique appearance, large expressive eyes, and striking facial features, combined with her charisma, make her one of the most recognizable actresses of today. Her career took off rapidly, and within just a few years of her debut, she became a global star. She was born in Miami to a former banker father and a psychologist mother. As Anya herself has said, her birth in Miami was a coincidence since her parents were vacationing there at the time. However, being born in the US came with its advantages. She automatically gained American citizenship. Initially, she lived with her family in Buenos Aires and attended school there until the age of 6 when her family relocated to London. This move turned out to be a traumatic and painful experience for the future actress. She even refused to learn English at first, hoping she would eventually return to Argentina. However, while in England, Anya participated in school plays. Later, she dropped out of school at the age of 16, citing bullying from her classmates as the main reason. To this day, she recalls how they once tagged her in a social media post under a picture of a fish with widely spaced eyes.
In Argentina, everything was green and there were horses and animals everywhere. Suddenly, I found myself in a big city where I didn't know the language. I never felt like I fit in anywhere. The other kids simply couldn't understand me in any way. I was also often locked in a locker, so I spent a lot of time crying in the school bathrooms.
Alongside her schooling, Anya also trained in ballet until the age of 15. At 17, she was discovered by an agent as a model while walking her dog on the streets of London. Anya attended her first audition in 2013. It was for Maleficent, but she failed to land the role. She lost the part of young Maleficent to future Fallout star Ella Purnell. In later interviews, Anya admitted that the rejection sent her into depression and made her doubt the industry. However, she soon gathered herself and made her television debut in Endeavour. She appeared in the 4th episode of the show's 2nd season, which aired in 2014. Anya played Philippa Collins Davidson, a young woman caught up in a murder investigation. While it was a small role, it was a crucial step in her career, already showcasing her talent and charisma. Then came another setback, a complete epic fail in the comedy Vampire Academy. Anya was entirely cut from the final edit of her first film, and her name didn't even make it into the credits. In Viking Quest, Anya played Mani, a mysterious, enigmatic figure who aids the main characters on their journey. The story unfolds in a mythological world where gods and humans clash in an epic battle. Mani is a powerful yet enigmatic woman with magical abilities. Anya gained widespread recognition thanks to her lead role in Robert Eggers' film The Witch. This movie became her breakthrough in the film industry and brought her critical acclaim. The story follows a Puritan family that is exiled from their colony and forced to live on the edge of a dark forest. Soon, strange and terrifying events unfold. Their youngest child vanishes, crops fail, and animals start behaving aggressively. The family begins to suspect that a witch resides in the woods, and their eldest daughter, played by Taylor-Joy, becomes the main subject of their suspicions. Anya's character is complex and layered, balancing between innocence and mystery. As her family grows convinced of her connection to dark forces, she becomes the central figure of the story. Taylor-Joy's performance was highly praised by critics, who highlighted her ability to convey emotional depth and tension. This role marked the starting point of her successful film career. The film itself is filled with a dark, oppressive atmosphere that keeps the audience on edge until the very end. After this film, Taylor-Joy was named one of the most promising actresses of her generation. She then starred in the sci-fi thriller Morgan, directed by Luke Scott. Anya played the lead role. Morgan herself, an artificially created human with incredible abilities but unpredictable behavior. The film explores themes of ethics, technology, and human nature. Taylor-Joy received praise for her performance. This film became one of her early projects that helped establish her in the industry. The biographical film Barry tells the story of Barack Obama's youth while he was studying in college in New York during the 1980s. Anya Taylor-Joy plays Charlotte Bowman, a composite character based on several of Obama's college friends. Split tells the story of 3 girls who are kidnapped by a man with dissociative identity disorder. The kidnapper, played by James McAvoy, has 23 different personalities, each fighting for control over his mind. Anya Taylor-Joy portrays Casey Cook, a quiet and traumatized girl who tries to find a way to survive and save herself and her friends. Casey stands out among the captives due to her reserved and observant nature. Her past is filled with trauma and pain, making her more resilient to stress and danger. Throughout the film, her inner struggles and life story are gradually revealed, adding depth to her character. Anya's performance in this role earned her widespread recognition. This marked the beginning of her rapid rise in Hollywood. Shortly after, she even appeared in the music video for Skrillex's remix of Good Times Ahead's song, Red Lips. Thoroughbreds tells the story of 2 teenage friends who plot the murder of a stepfather. The film is filled with sarcasm, psychological tension, and unexpected twists. Anya plays Lily, a wealthy, ambitious girl who appears perfect on the surface, but hides dark aspects of her personality. Her character is a master manipulator, and Anya brilliantly portrays this complex, multifaceted nature. This is also one of the projects where Anya Taylor-Joy showcases her talent for playing intricate and morally ambiguous characters. The psychological thriller with elements of horror Marrowbone tells the story of a family hiding in an old house after a tragic event. Anya Taylor-Joy plays Ellie, the friend of the main character, who becomes involved in the mysterious events unfolding in the house. Her character adds emotional depth to the film and helps uncover the secrets surrounding the family. In 2017, the actress was nominated for a BAFTA award in the Rising Star category and became the recipient of the Discovery of the Year award from the professional jury at the Cannes Film Festival. In the miniseries The Miniaturist, Anya Taylor-Joy plays Petronella Brandt. The story takes place in 17th century Amsterdam, where a young woman named Petronella moves into her new husband's home and receives a miniature replica of their house as a gift. Gradually, she begins to notice that the miniatures are somehow connected to real life. This series stands out for its beautiful visual style, atmosphere, and deep plot. In Glass, Anya Taylor-Joy reprises her role as Casey Cook from Split. Her character now plays a significant role in advancing the plot, as she is one of the few survivors after encountering Kevin Crumb. In this new installment, Casey is no longer just a victim, but rather a key character who helps uncover the truth about Kevin Crumb and his personalities. Casey helps David, the hero from Unbreakable, understand that Kevin Crumb is not merely a criminal, but a person suffering from a severe psychological disorder. Anya's character becomes the bridge between 2 worlds, the world of superheroes and the world of villains. Ultimately, Casey Cook is the connective link between Split and Glass, and her presence adds cohesiveness to the trilogy. Glass explores the reality of superheroes and villains in our world, and M. Night Shyamalan presents a unique take on the superhero genre with a focus on psychology and realism. In Radioactive, where the lead roles are played by Rosamund Pike, Anya portrays Irene Curie, the daughter of Pierre Curie and Marie Skłodowska-Curie. However, the project didn't quite resonate with either viewers or critics and ultimately flopped at the box office. From the 5th season onward, we can see Anya Taylor-Joy in Peaky Blinders, where she plays the role of Gina Gray. Gina is an American, married to Michael Gray, portrayed by Finn Cole. She provokes the Shelby family, weaves intrigues, and presents herself as a highly ambiguous character. Gina is an ambitious, intelligent, and determined woman who comes from the United States to become part of the Shelby family. She quickly integrates into their business and demonstrates a strong character. Anya's character becomes an important figure in the Shelby clan. However, her relationships with family members are not always smooth. It's worth noting that her presence adds tension and drama to the plot. This story is about the young, beautiful, and headstrong Emma Woodhouse, who enjoys orchestrating romances for her friends and acquaintances, yet she herself is in no hurry to fall in love. Her meddling in others' lives leads to amusing and awkward situations. But in the end, Emma herself comes to understand what true love is. The actress perfectly conveys the character of her heroine, her elegance, wit, and the internal transformations she undergoes. Additionally, Taylor-Joy will play Yuliana Rasputin in the American superhero film The New Mutants, which was initially set to be released in April 2018. However, the project was delayed several times and eventually released during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. In the same year, 2020, the miniseries The Queen's Gambit was released on the streaming platform Netflix, where Anya played the role of the brilliant chess player Elizabeth Harmon. The series earned her numerous awards, including a Golden Globe and a Screen Actors Guild Award. The project itself became the most popular miniseries in Netflix history. In the first 4 weeks, it was watched by 62 million people. Anya masterfully conveyed the emotional depth of her character. As usual, her eyes, facial expressions, and gestures spoke louder than words. She portrayed how Elizabeth battles with internal conflicts, fears, and addictions, yet remains strong and determined. Taylor-Joy is a big fan of the novel the series is based on, and she insisted that her character be portrayed with red hair. She also took it upon herself to choose the hairstyles and outfits that Beth wears. Originally, to prepare for her role, she wanted to work with a chess coach, but due to her tight schedule, she wasn't able to do that. Instead, she memorized each chess game right before filming. Then, Taylor-Joy will appear in the drama Here Are the Young Men. Her character is named Jen, a friend of one of the main protagonists. She becomes an important part of the story as she gets involved in complicated relationships and conflicts. Jen is a strong yet vulnerable character, trying to find her place in a world filled with violence and uncertainty. Next, the actress will appear in Edgar Wright's psychological thriller Last Night in Soho. The story follows a young woman, Eloise, who moves to London to study fashion. She is passionate about the 60s, and one night she finds herself transported back in time, where she meets the charming singer Sandy, played by Anya Taylor-Joy. However, her dreams of the past turn into a nightmare as she realizes that Sandy is hiding dark secrets. As for Anya Taylor-Joy, her performance in this film is particularly striking. Her makeup and costumes perfectly capture the atmosphere of the 60s. The movie blends elements of thriller, horror, and mysticism, and the plot will keep you on the edge of your seat until the very end. By the way, Anya herself performed a few songs for the film. The movie will receive many positive reviews for its visual style and the performances. In 2022, the actress once again worked with director Robert Eggers for the historical epic The Northman, which is described as a saga of Viking revenge set in Iceland at the turn of the 10th century. The story follows Prince Amleth, played by Alexander Skarsgård, who swears to avenge the murder of his father and save his mother. Anya plays Olga, a slave who becomes an ally of Amleth in his bloody quest for revenge. Olga is a smart, strong, and mysterious woman who helps Amleth, but she has her own plans. She combines cunning, loyalty, and a mystical connection with nature. Next, there will be the historical comedy Amsterdam by David O. Russell. The film, by the way, is based on real events involving a political conspiracy in the US in the 1930s. Anya plays Libby Vose, an eccentric and ambitious woman who becomes involved in this conspiracy. Libby is a colorful, charismatic character who adds humor and intrigue to the film. Though Anya's role is not the main one, it is certainly memorable. In the satirical horror with elements of black comedy, The Menu, Anya Taylor-Joy plays one of the lead roles. The plot follows a group of wealthy guests who travel to an exclusive dinner on a remote island, where Chef Julian Slowik prepares an exquisite yet sinister menu for them. Anya plays Margot, one of the guests, who starts to suspect that the dinner will turn into a nightmare. Margot is the only one who doesn't succumb to the charm of the chef and begins asking uncomfortable questions. Ultimately, her character becomes key to unraveling the plot. The film satirizes gourmet culture, wealth, and social inequality. The movie receives mostly positive reviews, and Anya's performance earns her a nomination for a Golden Globe Award. In 2024, Anya Taylor-Joy will take on the lead role in Furiosa, The Chronicles of Mad Max, replacing Charlize Theron, who portrayed the character in Fury Road. The film will focus on the youth of Furiosa, one of the most iconic characters in the Mad Max franchise. Viewers will learn how she became the strong, determined woman we saw in Fury Road. The story, of course, will take place in a post-apocalyptic world filled with chaos, chases, and battles. Anya was cast in the role before she rose to fame in The Queen's Gambit. The actress quickly found a personal trainer and began intense physical training to get into the right shape. Anya even wanted to shave her head, like Charlize Theron did for the role of Furiosa. However, this was prohibited by other contracts, and the director himself was against the idea. Interestingly, throughout the film, Anya's character has only about 30 lines of dialogue. According to Taylor-Joy, George Miller insisted that she express everything through her eyes. Miller himself explained the lack of dialogue by his belief that the action in such films should unfold rapidly, and that dialogue only slows things down. In 2025, Anya Taylor-Joy starred in the sci-fi horror The Gorge, where she plays the role of Drasa, a Lithuanian sniper. The story follows two snipers from elite special forces as they embark on a mysterious and dangerous mission. They are tasked with guarding different sides of a deep, impassable gorge, with neither of them knowing what lies at the bottom of it. Amidst these harsh and life-threatening conditions, the two snipers find a deep connection with each other. The film performed well on the Apple TV streaming service and stands out with its fresh take. While it's a relatively simple story, it manages to captivate and engage, offering a unique atmosphere compared to other films in the genre. The tension between the characters and the mysterious environment adds a compelling layer to the narrative. The actress prefers to keep her personal life private. However, it is known that in 2022, she married musician Malcolm McRae. The ceremony took place in Venice, with only close friends and family in attendance. Anya Taylor-Joy continues to amaze viewers with her roles and remains one of the brightest stars in modern cinema. Her career is just gaining momentum, and fans are eagerly awaiting her upcoming projects. As Anya herself notes, her appearance with her large eyes and expressive facial features used to make her feel self-conscious during her childhood. However, it was precisely this uniqueness that helped her stand out in the film industry. Thank you for watching! Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new interesting facts about fascinating people. See you next time!